Chinese spies is nearing its conclusion. The suspects are accused of leaking hundreds of sensitive EU documents and compiling personal data on 25,000 Chinese dissidents in Europe. Prosecutors also highlighted the persecution of tens of millions of Falun Gong practitioners in China, linking it to this case. NTD international correspondent David Rivez has the details.
The Federal Prosecutor's Office presented its closing statement in the case of Jiang Ji, a German citizen of Chinese origin, and Jia Qi-X, a Chinese national, both accused of working for Beijing's intelligence services. While serving as an aide to AfD politician Maximilian Krah, Jiang Ji allegedly leaked more than 500 sensitive EU and party documents to China and compiled personal data on over 25,000 Chinese dissidents in Europe.
In our view, Jiang Ji is involved in an especially serious case of intelligence activity. This is particularly true because he concentrated his espionage efforts on many different targets. He pursued a broad range of interests on behalf of the intelligence service, military surveillance objectives, namely Leipzig-Ali Airport, Chinese dissidents in Germany, as well as developments in the European Parliament and in the party of the Member of Parliament to whom he was assigned.
The court also discussed on Wednesday a potential violation of an EU resolution protecting Falun Gong practitioners and sanctioning perpetrators in China. Falun Gong, or Falun Dafa, is a spiritual practice combining meditation with moral teachings centered on truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance. That was practiced by tens of millions in the 1990s. In 1999, the Chinese Communist Party launched a campaign to eradicate the practice, leading to widespread persecution, imprisonment, torture, and forced organ harvesting. A 2024 EU resolution mentions surveillance of Falun Gong practitioners inside and outside China, which includes the collection of personal data. According to Alain Tong of the French Falun Gong Association, there are many cases showing a repeated pattern of persecution following such data collection.
When it comes to families in China, the family members of these practitioners who are abroad often suffer directly from extreme pressure. The Chinese regime frequently takes relatives hostage and blackmails them, forcing practitioners abroad to return to China. We have learned of many cases where officials arrested family members in China, telling them they had discovered that their relative was practicing Falun Gong and that they had the data. Then, they directly harm these family members and call Falun Gong practitioners abroad, demanding they stop practicing and return to China immediately.
The Federal Prosecutor's Office has called for a 7.5-year prison sentence for Jiang Ji and 2 years and 9 months for Jia Qi-X over espionage for the Chinese intelligence service. His lawyer, however, considers the sentence excessive, while prosecutors insist it should be enforced immediately due to flight risk and ongoing suspicion of criminal activity. David Vives, NTD News, Paris.
Free speech versus hate speech. Where to draw the line? The First Amendment in the spotlight following Jimmy Kimmel's controversial comments